Desmond Harrison. Desmond Harrison will be the starting left tackle. Joel will start at guard. On we go.
Just give us a little background on what led you to that decision.
Just practice, watching him over the last few weeks with the ones, out at practice and watching him in games. Obviously, he's talented enough. I think this is hopefully going to be our lineup as we travel through the season. He's handled everything really well. And I feel good about those 5 guys. I think it gives us the best chance to have the most success.
Surprised you got to this point, Hue. I mean, he started the camp, I think, as the 4th tackle, right?
Yeah, he was injured, and that's the reason why. He had the toe, didn't practice a lot. When he came here, we were very excited about him. There were some things he did in OTAs. You can see it. And then it got to be how bad did he want to be the left tackle. And he just kept working, just put his head down and worked. I mean, it's a heck of a story, but it doesn't matter until game day. He's got to go do it. He recognizes that. And he's fought through some things just recently, and that said a lot to me. And he's ready to go.
With a guy like that, there were 2 years where he didn't play football. He was away from the game. When you guys bring him in, and then once he's here, do you talk to him about? Did he give you an explanation for why he wasn't? Why he didn't play for 2 years? And then
we had all those conversations, but I don't think I'll keep that between Desmond and us. I think the most important thing going forward now is that this guy's going to be our left tackle, and he's going to go play good football. That's what we need him to do.
Is there concern? I mean, but he never played big time college football, and he's starting for you week 1 as an undrafted rookie. What kind of concern?
Means he got talent. Means he's very talented. He's earned it. He competed, and when you put all the different variables out there about what we could have done, would have done, and you look at it and you watch the practice tape, you watch the game, he is the best left tackle for us to play right now. And obviously Joel's the best left guard, so we feel like we're heading in the right direction by far. I mean, I think it's, I agonize over this decision because it's a huge decision, but at the same time, I have confidence, in our coaches and the player, and he's worked hard, and he wants this opportunity, and he's demonstrated that.
Can you elaborate on, why you agonized over it?
Well, because again, I think it was said, here we are playing against our division rival, best team, one of the best teams in the AFC, opening game, and you look at it 2 ways. You leave Joel out there and stick a left guard in there as a rookie, who can play, or you leave Joel where he has been very good player, very dominant player, and play a guy who has, who's a really good player, we feel, and has tremendous upside. So you go back and forth on that. And when you look at it, I think this is the best decision for our organization and the team.
What does it mean for Austin Corbett? You just alluded to.
Just keep working. It doesn't say anything about Austin. I think he just keeps working and keeps getting better. We're glad he's on our team, and obviously Austin can do a lot of different things.
Day, has he become your guy who you can plug in if something happens?
We'll see. Again, that part of it, how many we dress and do that it's going to be about the, the health of everybody else as we head into it. It sounds like everybody's healthy, so I'll figure that out tonight as we go.
I asked because you guys waived the backup center yesterday.
Right. No, he can play center, but we also have some other people that can play center as well. So we've practiced Earl there, we've practiced Corbett there, we've practiced a lot of different people there. So we have some different scenarios that way that could be a center for us.
Hue, not just the decision, but obviously you're trying to replace a Hall of Famer and you had different candidates there. Just the way you guys arrived at the decision, do you wish that there would have been a way to settle this sooner, or was this just sort of the way this had to work out with the different moving parts?
No, I think you always wish you could have settled it sooner. But I think as you go through it, and then there was injuries that started training camp to Desmond, and then making sure, this combination wasn't the right one, then you had to work through it. And what was going to be the best, what I said to you guys at the start is going to play the best 5 guys. And we hadn't determined who that was. I thought we needed more practice time, play through games, a lot of discussions with the staff before we made this choice. And we arrived at it through the games and practice and what we thought was going to be best for us trending forward.
When you talk about his athleticism, and Joel said he's the most athletic guy on your line, just how does that show up when he's playing left tackle? How obvious is it that he's such a great athlete?
Very. I mean, he's long, he's athletic, he can run, he's tough. He's all the things you want. He just hadn't done it yet, at this level. And again, to the point that was just made, we're not going to, replace Joe Thomas right away. This is going to be an offensive line effort. You know, you're not going to replace what arguably is the best left tackle to play the game, you know, here for the Cleveland Browns. And in an off season, you want it to be that way. You know, we all wish that, but at the same time, we have to put the best player out there that gives us the best chance. And right now it's Desmond, and we're looking for him to do some good things.
Did you talk to him about not putting too much pressure on himself with the whole Joe Thomas thing?
I've talked to him. You know, this is a very confident young man. You know, he truly believes in his ability, and you know, I think the other linemen really believe in what he can do too, and I think that has a lot to say about his talent. You know, so what all the players want to know is, can he win for us? Can he block those guys consistently? And we'll start to find that out, you know, this Sunday.
How reliable is he from the mental aspect of the game, knowing this is who I need to block on every down, you know, as the situation
No,
starts?
he's done a good job that way, and obviously you got Joel next to you, so that's comforting too, you know. So he's in a good spot, and I think he's in a good place. I think the mental part of it, he's handled that in practice. He's handled that in games. And, you know, now you got Joel standing next to you, helping if something comes up. So I think we've done it the right way to give him the best chance to have success.
When did you tell Joel and Desmond and Austin that this was the decision?
Well, this has been going on, you know. I mean, we've all been working through it, but they've kind of had an idea about what this was, really about yesterday. They can really feel that we were trending in this direction. And like I said, I wanted to make sure that we got through it the right way and handled it all the right way before we announced it, because I thought it was important.
And I know you're gonna play the best five, and you can't predict the future. But is Desmond Harrison, is he your left tackle, or does Joel know that, you know what, like, be ready if, you know, as a young guy, we don't know what's going to happen, you might have to move back out?
I think Joel's always ready, and that's what kind of player he is for the organization and team. You know, I think everybody that's been involved in this know that if something was to happen, for instance, that we would have to do something different. But right now we don't anticipate that. We anticipate Desmond being the left tackle. God forbid something happens where, you know, he has to come out of the game for some reason. We have plan B, you know, and so we'll be ready for that as well. You have to, you know. So I feel good about all the players understanding what their roles are and what they need to do. And if something happened, I think they know how to respond to that too.
Can you just address, you know, in doing a lot of research into Harrison's background, he has some things where, like Antonio, you guys are going to need to kind of surround him with a good support system and keep an eye on him. Can you sort of address that a little bit?
No, we've done that. You know, I think, again, John Dorsey and myself, you know, those decisions we made to bring these guys in, we've also made the decision to support them every way we can, and he's been outstanding, you know, since he's been here. He's handled that part of it right, or else he wouldn't be where he is, you know. So we're looking for the total player, because we need guys that are going to be dependable, accountable, and going to be there all the time. So he's demonstrated that. I'm talking about Desmond. So I think he's earned it, you know, and he's earned it through his play and his work ethic and doing things the right way on and off the field.
Good. You know, Hugh, how's Josh look? I mean, now it's a full week of practice.
Really good, really good. You know, he's as close to being totally back as I've seen in a while. You know, he's made some really good plays in practice. You know, we want to see him do it on Sunday, and that's what it's all about.
We haven't talked about the run game a lot this week. Where do you think it's at heading into week one? I mean, 2 new backs back there, you know, Todd calling the plays now. Just how do you think it's kind of evolved?
It's looked real good in preseason. You know, we've run the ball pretty well. You know, I think, again, we have some talented players. You know, we feel good about our line. We feel good about our backs, you know, and we got to run the ball. I think they understand that, and we plan on running it. We plan on doing it all because we think we have talent to be able to do that. But we feel good about being able to line up and run the football.
I do not mean this question as an attack in any way or any kind of criticism. I really am curious to hear you talk about this. Everybody knows the roster is improved, right? There's no debate about that. When you look at the last 2 years, do you feel like you coached the team the last 2 years? I'm coaching the same way. I've been in this league. I know how to do this, and we have better talent, and we're ready to go? Or do you look and say, you know what? I'm going to improve how I coach this team this way or that way, just like we talk about roster improvement.
I'm going to improve. I think every year you're trying to improve and get better. I think whatever the last 2 years was, they were what they were. You know, this is a new year. This is a new opportunity for this organization and football team, and myself included, this coaching staff. We got to coach differently. We have different expectations, different way of going about things, and now we want the results. I mean, at the end of the day, that's where all this is headed, is for the results. It's about winning. It's not about anything else. So the last 2 years are over and behind us. It's this year, starting this Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We know it's everything. Everything goes into winning in an organization. But how do you describe how important you think coaching is?
It's the ultimate. You know, again, you creating the right environment for the players to be the best they can be. You know, it's taking talent and getting it to perform at a higher level. And sometimes coaches play a huge role in that. Sometimes other players play a huge role in that. So I think we're all involved. All of our hand is in the buckets to make it work. Obviously, I'm the head of it all. Yeah, I got to do my job better than I've ever done it before to get this team to be what I think they can be. I think there's talent on this team, as you just stated. My job is to get it to play and play well, you know, week in and week out. And that's what I'm going to set out to do.
Do you remember how you felt 2 days out of game one last season against Pittsburgh compared to how you feel?
I probably really don't. Anytime you play Pittsburgh, you know, it's, you know, like I said, it's the best of the best. So we understand who they are. I just think this year, for me, my role's different, you know, and I think I have the coaches. We have some players that I'm totally confident and comfortable with. And I think we have a really good game plan. And I think what we need to do is go play, you know. And again, me talking about things and saying this and saying that won't matter. The bottom line is we want wins. And Sunday gives us an opportunity to start that.
How do you mean your role's different?
I'm sorry?
You said your role's different.
Well, I don't call plays. I'm not the offensive coordinator, too. You know, I'm the offensive advisor, the defensive advisor, and the special teams advisor now. So that role's totally changed. And so, and I relish that. I mean, it's a great opportunity for me to see the game from a different light, to be able to do some things differently and help the team in a lot of different ways. And it's been great. We just got to go do it and do it to the level of winning all the time.